coming in at number 16, all the way
Mm-hmm.
from East London, quietly from East London, Hudson Park. Hudson Park.
What is
Um,
with What's going on in East London?
I don't know what's going on in East London, bro, but listen, I've played with a few guys from East London, right? Um,
Yeah.
and we may not know it, but there is some serious firepower out in East London. Like some serious firepower out in East London. Um, the players that come down there generally play some aggressive cricket. Because
Yeah.
because it gets so windy out there, hitting the ball for six gets a bit gets a bit difficult. So they get up to the high here, and they can't believe how easy it is to just hit balls over the boundary because they're used to muscling everything over. So
That's
listen,
tough
there's
down
there's
there.
some serious firepower out there.
Yeah, man. I mean, they've got East London's now got two guys in the top 20 schools in the country. And
That's right.
we're just at number 16 already.
That's right.
Okay. East
That's right.
London's on the map. East London is on the map. We will be looking at East London. I'm pretty sure they're not the only ones. I mean, if there's two, then iron sharpens iron. So there must be other guys out there that may not necessarily be in the top 20 this year, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an interesting league. I think that East London league is fire.
I think so too. I think so too. Often we focus on Joburg and the Western Cape, but I think the East London League is proper. It's proper when you see some of the
Yeah.
schools coming out of there in the top 20, mind you, in the top
Yeah.
20. Funny enough, though, again, some of these schools are so disappointing, man. They don't have a lot on their website around their cricket and their achievements. And when I go to SA Cricket, there's also not much coming out around Hudson Park. So I think they generally have a good cricketing program for their squads. But
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how good they are in producing individual talents, right? And
Yeah.
individual players. So I think as a team, and again, cricket is an individual team sport, right? It's team sport. But
Yeah.
what I think they might be doing out there is that um, they might have the ability to produce good groups of guys who play well together rather
Yeah.
than sort of standout individuals who do their own thing. Um, so yeah, we got Mr. Foster out there, the headmaster, who seems to have done a good job with the school. It'll be
Definitely.
interesting to hear from them again, what it is they've got going out there because there's not really much they have on their website around their sports and their achievements.
Love to hear from you guys, man. You guys are doing some great stuff in East London. Let's hear from the schools. Let's hear from the coaches. Let's hear what you guys have to say about your program. It's clearly working. I think a lot of
Definitely.
parents as well might be interested in that cricketing program that are based out in East London. To know that there's actually good cricketing schools down in East London. You don't always have to send your child down to a boarding school if you're living down in an area. These are the schools that we're going to mention in the top 20 now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it's a co-ed school, right? So again, not all the best sort of schools for your boy to play cricket in are all boys schools, which is
Yeah.
an important thing to mention because that's generally the perception going
Mm.
around.